got Mark,
When,
lead singer from Shooting the Breeze here. How are you doing?
yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. You're looking dapper. Great to have you on
Yeah,
the show.
so are you?
Yeah. Well, been looking forward to today. So, are we going to talk about your albums? Going to talk
If you
about
want to,
yeah, great.
yeah,
Well,
okay.
you got Whiskey Glass.
We
There's,
have, yes. There's a new album that's just come out, actually. It's fabulous. There you go. There's a cover of it coming on now. There you go.
oh
That's the album.
yeah, looks
Yeah, so,
authentic.
yeah, it is lovely. And inside the whiskey glass, that's on top of my guitar, as
Yeah,
you can see, which
yeah.
was a guitar. I've said this on another interview, but I'll say it now. It's a guitar made for Rick Parfitt out of Status Quo, and he used it.
Wow.
It's the second one ever made by Jay Davies, who makes loads and loads for Status Quo. And I put it on my kitchen table and put a whiskey glass on it, and the band, if you can see, is inside the glass.
Yeah.
The band, yeah. So that's it, and that's yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it?
How did it work its way to you? How did it come into your possession?
I bought it off him.
Ah, I see. I
That's
see.
it. It's nothing special. Yeah. I heard about him, and I realised he did stuff at Status Quo. I've got two from Status Quo, two guitars from him,
Yeah.
which are both Status Quo guitars. Well, one's the insides of one of the guitars, basically. In
Yeah.
fact, here you go. Look, I'll show you a little picture. If you look there,
Uh-huh.
now there's probably there you go. Can you see?
Hmm.
See the bloke holding the pink guitar?
Yeah.
He's out of Status Quo,
Yeah.
and we have a blue guitar. That's not the Rick Parfitt one's a white one. We have a blue. We have a pink guitar, believe it or not, and all the insides of the blue guitar, which they use on albums, tours, everything else, has all been put into the pink guitar. And then he's had it all renewed by Jay Davies, and then
Yeah.
I bought the guitar from Jay Davies for that. So that's all the insides, bar the outside.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's not that great. It's not that great, is it?
did you have
Yeah.
did you have a sort of vision in your mind about what your album cover was going to look like before?
No, I didn't know. To
No.
be fair, I don't know what I was doing. I just sat down one day and I was doing a single cover for the single
Mhm.
Whiskey Glass, which is a great single.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'll do that. And then I can't. It didn't work for me for the single, and I thought, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll use that for the album because we could call the album Whiskey Glass. So, and that's what we did. So that was it, really. But yeah, it's all right. And,
Yes.
yeah, it's actually that's genuinely got whiskey in it as well.
Oh, fantastic. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I am a huge
But,
fan. I'm a huge fan of all of your music, but I think,
thank you very much.
yeah, I think a particular favorite of mine is a song that was written about a very mysterious lady in red coat,
Ah, red lipstick.
red lip.
Yeah, red lipstick.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
sounds
a
like an
fabulous song,
adorable
isn't it?
creature. Who is she?
Yeah, and see, I'll tell you the story behind that.
Yeah,
What we're trying to do is bring music together worldwide, and it's all right just being a band and playing your own stuff and everything else. But a chap called Jaran Chauhan, he's Indian, and he contacted me and said, I've wrote this poem, which was kind of like Red Lipstick, but it was, if you can imagine if an Indian person had written it, it's the English isn't quite the same. This is not a criticism because I can't speak Indian, and I have been to India for 3.5 weeks. It's lovely.
yeah,
So he wrote the song and said, would I be kind enough to get the band together and we put it into a song for him? And I said, yeah, he wrote the poem. So
fantastic.
it's changed quite a lot,
Yeah,
but the basics are there. So, and
yeah.
it's just lovely that, due to the internet, we can talk to somebody in India, we can produce this and everything else. So I put it on the album for him and he was so excited, and that's it.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing the connections that we can make nowadays just with the
Well,
internet and
I
that.
mean, yeah, I'm in the middle of, at the moment, a lady called Julie Bruno, and she is probably one of the best pianists in Florida in America.
Uh-huh.
And she's done a piano piece for me, which is just fantastic, and it's just brilliant. And I'm writing a song at the moment to go with the piano and putting all the bands putting everything together. And it's taken a little bit longer than I thought because she sort of says to me every day, "Have you done it? Have you done it?"
Oh, right, okay, yeah, yeah.
I reckon it's going to take a month. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll take about a month to do it. So
yeah,
I'll have to let her know. But she's lovely. I love her to bits, and she's a great, like I say, she's fabulous on the piano. But like I say, what she sends over, I'll chop up and move about and everything else.
yeah.
And then we'll make the song out of it. But yeah, it's a slow one, but it'll be a good one. So there you go. So we've got someone from India, someone from Florida, just as simple as that. That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's so eager for you to get on with it. But of course, an artist can't be rushed. I mean, you've got to,
No,
your
you can't.
inspiration and the ideas have
Yeah.
to flow to you at your own, in your own time and at your own pace and all of
Well,
that.
I've actually wrote the song. It's called Georgina, and I don't know anyone called Georgina in my life, so then I don't. But
Yeah,
I
well,
wrote the
there you go,
song.
it's fresh.
Yeah,
No
and
previous associations.
yeah, but now I've done it, I'm not sure it's the right song for the piano. So I'm sort of halfway through rewriting another song, but it's fine because Georgina will just be used on another record, so I don't mind. So
Absolutely.
just store it up. But yeah, well, that would be a good one when it comes out because I'm spending a lot of time on it because she is a fantastic pianist and I can't let her down, if you know what I mean. So,
yeah.
Can't, normally we just throw any old trash out.
No, you're
but, yeah, but it's no, but that's basically it. So yeah, it would be great when it's done. And it might be called Georgina, and it might be called something totally different in a minute. Yeah. But that's it. But the band's working on it with me. Everyone's working hard, so hopefully we get it because we're the same as you. We're all in lockdown, so hence all this hair.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it. But the good thing about lockdown, I've heard that some creatives are actually, they're actually taking advantage of it and they're producing a lot. Have you found that that's been the case? Have you found that you've done quite, more than the usual amount of songwriting because of lockdown?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you think about it, we've been in lockdown, nearly a year? Well, it is a year, isn't it? So, and in that time, we produced the album Whiskey Glass, the singles, everything, and purely because we've got time to do it. And like I say, now, I spent yesterday, I must have done 7 hours on that Georgina song.
Oh my goodness.
But that's what you do. It's like, it's kind of like painting a picture. You can scribble something out, but if you wanted to paint a picture for somebody that was important to you, you take your time. Do you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
But it will be good. But she's got to be patient, and I know she will be patient. But it will be good. So so that's all good.
Because you guys have done your band started in 2019, isn't that right?
That's right. Yeah.
In that time, you've produced something like 18 singles and 2 albums.
Yeah, we have 18 singles and 2 albums. Yeah, so that's it. We got a single out actually. Look at my studio; it's fab, isn't it? There you go. Still love you. That's just come out. I put that out yesterday. That came out. So you're the first to see it. There you go. That's not so bad, is it?
It looks good.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good single, that one. So it's kind of a bit Justin Timberlake, which is not us at all.
I think I have actually had a listen to that one. Is that one on your Facebook page?
Yes, they're all on Facebook page.
Yeah,
they are.
All the ones on your Facebook, I've listened to them all. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're all there.
It is actually a bit Justin Timberlake. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, and he's a good-looking young man, and I'm an old man.
Oh no, not at all.
So that's that.
On that subject, are there any musicians that you've been sort of compared to in your time? If people sort of said to you, I can really hear a likeness between Shooting the Breeze and, I don't know. Yeah,
they have. People have said it's very sort of like T-Rex, a lot of 70s influence. There's some sort of UB40 influence. There's all sorts of different people. But, I've been listening to music for years. I love music. So I sometimes, the worst one is my drummer, Rob. He's dreadful. We'll be writing a song as a band, and then he'll come out with a cracking line, and we go, look, it's from Guns N' Roses, Paradise City. And they go, oh yeah, that's it. And he's never ever come up with a single line that's been any good.
Oh, that's so funny. But Rob, that's your drummer.
He's lovely. Yeah, I love drummer Rob. Yeah, he's brilliant. He's just fabulous. We got a keyboard player called Dan. Dan's just completely crazy.
Dan, Rob, and John are the other ones beside yourself. Is that right?
John does the bass. Yeah, John's our bass player, and he's just fabulous. And we're very lucky to have him. And he's very lucky to be in the band. There you go.
And what about your band? Speaking of your band, was it difficult? Did you have to sort of, audition a lot of people, or did it all come together really organically?
No. What I said in the beginning is we just have people who don't know each other, then everyone can be themselves. That's basically the idea of it.
Yeah.
So I found Rob first, the drummer. He's a lovely bloke. I love him to bits. He's great.
Yeah.
And we got on so well, and then I can't remember if we got Dan or John next, but I think we got John because I bought an amp off John. That's how I met him. And then he said, I'm a bass player. Cut long story short, he ended up in the band. And he's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant bass player. And some of his bass guitars have got like 6 strings on them. What's that all about? So I thought they would have 4. But no, he's very, very good. And then Dan, like I say, Dan does keyboards, Rob does drums, and then I plod along with some vocals and a bit of guitar.
You're the lead singer and the lead guitar,
yeah.
Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Is it yourself then that does the majority of songwriting then, or do you one person?
Yeah, no, I do
yourself. You do that, do you?
Yeah, I do all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So most of the songwriting, most of the music. It's only because we're in lockdown and we can't get together. We've been doing songs together, which I've got to be honest, are probably better than the stuff I do on my own. Or not probably, they are. But we can work together then, so it's quite good.
Yeah.
But it's just very difficult because of what's going on. Now I have to say to phone John and say, look, I'll bang this track over to you, slap some bass on it and send it back. And you go, yeah, no problem at all. Same with Dan and Rob and everyone else. So everyone's frantically doing it on computer, sending it all back.
Yeah.
And then I chop it up and do bits with it, and then hopefully we get some sort of a song out of it. But yeah, that's basically it. But it's great, and it's just, it is lockdown. There is this virus out there and all the rest of it. But I've said this on another interview. If you can stay busy, you'll be happy. Yeah. It's if you stop,
absolutely,
then you just think, oh, for God's sake, I really hate all this. But just get on with it. Go and do your garden. Go and paint a picture. Write a song. Build a website. It doesn't matter what you do. Ride your bike. But do something. And I promise you'll stay positive. You'll release those endorphins that you need to do. And you will not be worried about all this problem with lockdown and everything else. So
absolutely. I've heard it said that writers are best advised to write what they know. So have you found that that's been sort of, has that been your general experience? Have you written about, your experiences? Has it been what you know, or have you written about things that you'd like to experience?
Yeah, well, I did a lot of drinking and drugs a few years ago. Yeah, and which I regret. So you write a lot about that sort of thing, and I've got in some bad places when I was a lot younger. I'm all right now. I mean, perfect now. But in that time, and when you're writing, things do come up.
Yeah.
And you think, yeah, that's and then you don't mean to write about somebody or something, but it comes into the song and it makes you think, I know what that's about.
That's it, isn't it? It comes into it's in your psyche, and then it comes up your songwriting, and you didn't even know that it was your psyche to begin with.
Yeah. But then just recently, that Georgina song, that's where Georgina came from. That's what happened. I got the music and I was doing some guitar to it and things like that. And I thought, I'll just sing gibberish into the mic, because no one can hear me. It's just me. Everyone else is outside or whatever, or in other rooms. And then when I played it back, the words came out of the gibberish.
Yeah. That's
really weird, isn't it? So, and it starts off, I know that you're sad, Georgina, and I've never wrote that. I've never put that down, but it came from that. So I thought, well, hold on, I might be a master songwriter here.
Yeah, the gibberish. The gibberish sounds a bit like
but it's a lovely, lovely song, and I don't know if I can find you some words to it. Hold on, I'll have a quick look, because it is just a brilliant song. But I say that about all my songs, are brilliant.
They're absolutely fantastic. But the gibberish is very important because it sounds like a stream of conscience, which is something that's talked about in a book called Way by Julia Cameron. Don't know if you've heard of it, but it recommends that you pretty much do that you just do this gibberish. You take a piece of paper and a pen and you write down whatever comes into your head, and you do like 3 sides of an A4 sheet, and it's called a stream of conscience. And
okay.
I
didn't know that.
It's said to help you articulate and help you get your words out and get the creative juices flowing and all that. And it sounds like that was pretty much the same sort of thing that you were doing there with the gibberish.
Yeah, well, this one started off. It was just gibberish, and it sounded like. Where does it start off? I'll tell you what it sounded like. Hold on. Let me get it up here. Hold on. It didn't make a lot of sense, but then it came together. I know that you're old, Georgina, and it was something like, but sail the base of why you're feeling blue or something, which came to, well, tell my face of why you're feeling blue. Do you see what I mean? So it sounds like it's coming from an old woman. That's about right, isn't it? From an old woman, that's me. So I know I'm old, Georgina, but tell the base of why you're feeling blue. And then it's show me all the love and everything you knew, or something like that. And it sort of goes like that. And it's just, and then from that it just built and built. And it's a brilliant song.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be good with the piano.
Oh, it will.
Yeah, so I might redo it. So I did a bit more gibberish the other day, and it wasn't as good as this. So I don't know on that one. So yeah, but that's how that started.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, I guess.
Yeah, but that's what takes such a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not instant.
Do you have a favourite song as such, or are they all just really sort of special to you in their own unique ways?
That's a good question. See, I was very into Oasis and things like that years ago, and I used to see them everywhere, and I went to all over Shepherd's Bush Empire when it was just with all the music industry and things like that. And it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I love their music, and I like a bit more of a sound if I could. But our stuff at the moment seems to be quite gentle. So I don't know. There was what was I looking at the other day? Hold on a minute. There was Rock and Roll Band. That's a good song.
Yeah,
it's got a bit more of a kick to it.
Yeah.
So I like that. And Pretty Girls is a good song.
I play that one a lot actually on my show.
Oh dear.
Oh,
good. That's really nice. That is. It's a good song. That is. And the video. Have you seen the video to it yet or not? It's just full
I have
full of pretty girls.
It is. Right.
They're beautiful, and I don't know any of them.
I know. Oh, that's so funny. They were from were they from a website or something?
Yeah, from Pixabay. I nicked them all from. I'll probably get arrested in a minute and find loads of money. But there you go.
Great video and great song. Yeah.
But that was good. So When It Rains is a great song. It's all about, when you're in bad times and just it's a pain in the ass. And then you got Without You, which I can't remember why I wrote that. But it's a good song. The One You Love, that was a good song. The One You Love, I wrote that, and we played it, and we did a video to it. And in all our videos, all in a massive great list on YouTube. So from top to bottom. And then I went to most viewed the other day, and blimey, that had come second from out of nowhere. So I don't know what's happened to that song, but it seems to be getting a lot of views. The One You Love is. If anyone wants to see it, just type in "Shoot in the Breeze," which is up here somewhere.
Yeah.
And then put The One You Love.
Yeah.
And that's the song. But it's getting loads and loads of views. And I just, for the life of me,
it's a great song.
I'll tell you what it is. It's got. The sound's probably not good enough to play it, is it? Really? But
if you want to have a go, please feel free.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if I can. Hold on a second. Because it's a great song. It's great lyrics. I must have been going through a funny phase. Yeah. Oh, look at that! I've got a guitar.
Great. Do you know what? I was hoping you were going to do this. Take it away.
Yeah, just a little plug there. What's they? Shoot in the Breeze. There you go.
Yeah.
There's another plug. This is a good guitar. This is who's this one made by? It's a custom made guitar. Joe White. There you go. He's in Ashvale in Hampshire, and he's made guitars for you name it. He's made it.
Yeah.
So it's just an acoustic. It's probably out of tune, but it doesn't matter. I just want to give you the words of how this song goes, and it sort of goes. There's a rainbow shining on your face. That's too low, isn't it? It goes. Just bloody headphones on. That's better. There's a rainbow shining on your face. Can you hear that right?
Yeah.
There to make you smile. Put away your grey days. Hell to the old ways, and I think it's gonna be good now. Life moves in mysterious ways. Just when you think it's all going wrong, clouds all roll over, sun shines through, and now they got radio plays your favorite song. This is the time you realize you're not alone. This is the time when the story begins. This is the time backwards runs alone. This is the time when the summer begins with the one you love. So it's basically like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it sounds very good over here.
Oh no, it sounds great. I think that's probably one of your more soulful pieces.
Well, yeah, it's that bit. There's a rainbow shining on your face. It's
Yeah.
there to make you smile. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and it's put away your grey days and held to the always. You know, people go, oh, it's always this, it's always that. Do you know what I mean? So held to the always, and I think it's going to be good now for a while. Yeah. So they're quite nice lyrics, aren't they?
Beautiful lyrics.
I don't know if that's why people are listening to it, but I don't really
mind.
mind.
It's a gorgeous song. It's beautiful. Yeah.
If they like it, yeah.
London Girl is another one. That's another nice poppy one.
Oh, I'm surprised you like that. It is a lovely that's a lovely song, and it's done to a live sort of thing as well.
Yeah.
So it's all done to an audience and everything else. And I don't know how that came about. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you exactly how that came about. This is a good story.
Yeah.
It was initially Council Girl. Yeah.
Okay.
So, which is not rude, not nasty. It's just someone who lives in the council house, and I know loads of people live in council house, and most of them are really, really nice people.
Yeah.
And it was about a council girl, so it was a council girl through and through, that one.
Yeah.
And when I played it to the bands, they said, "No, you can't do that. You'll have every council black girl banging on our door, telling us off." But I've wrote it in the same vein as, like, you know, Common People by Paul.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And he's thinking about, oh, I want to sleep with common people and all that. Well, mine wasn't that bad. But yeah, so that's the vein it was in. But the band said you can't do it, so I had to rewrite it from Council Girl to London Girl, and it was blooming brilliant as Council Girl. Yeah. Really good. But the band didn't like it. So
it's funny how it started off as one thing and it ended up as another. It
is, but.
But London's a great title. I mean, London Girl is a great title. Assuming, you know, it's one of those that it's catchy, you know.
Yeah. I don't know if I've got. Oh, here we go. I've got the lyrics to Council Girl here. Oh God, they'll shoot me. The band will. Hold on. So, that was it. She was 15 years on the council side. She was doing her best trying to survive the strains and stresses of everyday life. It took her down to the trouble she strived. They are fabulous lyrics, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah? She was all messed up by all accounts. She lived on the street with several amounts of stuff she took on a regular basis. It was doing her head, but she had to taste it. She was a council girl through and through. Yeah. So that was basically, she was in a mess by all accounts. She was living on the streets on several amounts. So basically she was taking a load of drugs, of stuff she took on a regular basis. It was doing her head, but she had to taste it because she was addicted to it. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought, well, that's just blooming great. And then I said, you cannot put that out. It makes it sound like all council girls are on drugs. Well,
I mean, there's a very important message there, though. You know, it raises awareness for addiction.
Well, I thought it was really good. I really liked it. I did. So, yeah. And then it's got, like, this might be it. This might be what upset them. It said, if anyone's watching this interview, it's a good one because no one's heard these lyrics. Ever. This is an exclusive. So the next verse it was, she's got smashed up cars outside her house. She's happy to live without a spouse. She's looking at moving with every scam. At the age of 15, she's pushing a pram. Yeah. Perfect. Great lyrics. And I thought it's quite punk. It's not rude and it's not nasty. And you know.
There's actually, I think, a little touch of Eleanor Rigby in that as well. I'm reminded a little bit of the
I think it's a great song. So and and then it says the next verse. This is do you know what? I'll have to do this.
Yeah, do absolutely.
She stays on her own, feels happy that way. She'll treat you right, some might say. She'll take you home and be your friend. But this isn't where the story ends. She don't care about you. She don't care about me. She's a wild animal trying to break free from the pain and sorrow of the life she leads. Freedom's what she wants, and she wants to be free. So that was basically saying she's stuck at home with a kid. She's bored. She doesn't care about you. She don't care about me. She's like a wild animal trying to break free from the pain and sorrow that she leads in her life. Do you know what I mean? And all she wants is freedom. Mm-hmm. Well, I thought these lyrics were great, and they are. They're very good lyrics.
They are.
And that's it. And it went. She's a council girl through and through. She knew what she wants, and she knew what to do. She's a council girl through and through. That's it. Well, if anyone wants to write in and tell me that's horrible, I'll rip it up. If anyone wants to hear it, I'll produce it as a single and put it out there.
Yeah.
So, because I think it's a lovely song, and I don't think it's not nasty. So,
I think it's a lovely song. I mean, I love London Girl, but
it works as Council
great.
Girl.
That's great. It worked. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So I had to change it to London Girl, and it's all totally changed everything, which was a shame, really, because like I say, it's a great song, but it wasn't meant to be what it was in London Girl. So yeah, which is a shame. I'm trying to think what was the first. Yeah, she was 18 years on the London side instead of whatever. So yeah, it's pretty much the same, but it's just a lot of different bits in it. Yeah, so it's still a drug bit in it, but I think cocaine in London's quite rife in it. So I don't think that's unreasonable to say about that. Yeah. So she's got a busy street outside her house instead of smashed up cars. Yeah, she lives without a spouse. Well, a lot of girls do.
Yeah.
She thought of moving to the countryside at the age of 18. It's no surprise. Being stuck in the city, wants to go to the country. So I've had to change it all. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a shame.
I mean, either way, London Girl or Council Girl, they are very, very easy to relate to, you know.
Yeah. How can you say that? You're from Ireland.
Well, you know, I can sort of appreciate what it's like to live in a city and want to move to the country, or be in the country for a bit too long and to be craving, you know, a bit of
that's relief.
A bit of noise.
I thought you were going to say I can appreciate being 15 on coke. There you go with the pram. No, but there you go. But no, so that's what happened. So going back to your question, that's it. Do you know what? I'll tell you to anyone who's listening. Sarah said to me, God bless her, she goes, "Where's this interview going to go?" I said, "I don't know. Let's just chat and see where it goes."
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's how it works, isn't it?
It is.
It's the best way to do it. But some other good. What other good songs we got on the? Oh, we got loads of good songs. It's Okay. That's our suicide awareness song.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the story behind this. Yeah. And I won't mention any names, but we had a bloke wanted to join the band, play guitar. This was right at the beginning. And, you know, we were all there. There was me, John, Rob. Yeah, Dan wasn't in the band at that point. And he came along, really, really nice bloke, absolutely really nice bloke. And we played together. We wrote a song together, played it, and it was really, really good. And then I never heard from him. I thought, well, that's strange. And I rang him and everything. And then a friend of mine who's in another band, he phoned me up. He said, "Oh, you know," he said he's committed suicide. I said, "Bloody hell, are you serious?" He said, "Yeah." And I was really upset because he was a good bloke. God, this changed the mood of the interview, isn't it?
No,
but
it's fine.
but this is where the song "It's Okay" came from. So A, he's a really good bloke, and he was a really good bloke. And B, I thought, why didn't I see it? Why didn't I see that he wasn't happy? Or do you know what I mean? And it bugged me and bugged me and bugged me. So I wrote the song "It's Okay," which is fabulous words. I'll tell you, the lyrics of my songs are bloody good.
Yeah,
and this is, and it starts off, "Heaven didn't know you were coming today," because he killed himself. Yeah. But they had their doors open anyway. Yeah. And so that's basically how it all starts off. And it's a beautiful song. And it really affected me, and that's why I wrote the song. And then we found a churchyard in a local village, and we said, "Could we do the video in the churchyard and in the graveyard?" So it'd be quite, a bit weird, but it'd be quite good. And they said, "Yeah." And then the last minute, they said, "No, we can't do it because of COVID." So we did it. We did it actually in a hedge.
I saw the video. Yeah.
6 months later, a friend of mine, I was telling him about him. He said, "Oh, I knew him. He didn't commit suicide. He had a heart attack." So he never committed suicide at all. He died of natural causes, and I kind of felt relieved, and that's where the song came from. There you go. That was your question.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm very glad that you shared that story with us. Thank you so much.
That's all right.
I knew that it was your song about suicide awareness.
Yeah.
And I didn't know whether to ask you about it or not, because I know that it's a sensitive topic. But
if you get to know me, you can ask me anything. When you get to know me, you can ask me anything you like. So.
But it's a great song, and it will help with suicide prevention, I think, and it'll certainly raise awareness, and it'll do a lot of good. So it is a great song. I mean, another thing is, I come from a background of drama, and I look at music very sort of similarly to how I would look at drama, in that it can deliver an overall message of joy and happiness and hope, or it can deliver a message that is a lot more poignant, like it's okay, that.
That's right. Well, music can really make you happy, or it can really make you sad. It's very, very clever tool. But don't forget the first album, The Collection, which is all on Spotify. It's all on YouTube. Listen to some of the songs on there. Hold You Tonight, brilliant song. We've got got so many great songs on there. And I'm Doing Nothing, that one, an international.
Yeah, that's a great
best
one.
Lyrics. Yeah, and that one. oh, what was that? That was from the World Corporation Council Global whatever culture initiative or something.
Yeah.
So that won best lyrics. There you go. We like lyrics, didn't we? That one best lyrics. There you go.
Wow. And I'm doing nothing. One best lyrics, did it?
Yeah, best lyrics that
Wow.
did. And then rock and roll bands on the World Songwriting Awards.
Mm-hmm.
That got in the final in the world.
Yeah.
Don't know how.
Amazing.
Yeah. Don't know how that got in the final.
I think the 3 of your songs that I have in my sort of collection are Dance.
Yeah, that's a great song. That is.
I'm Doing Nothing. Pretty Girls. Oh, and there's one before. Smile.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a bit reggae, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. That's really good. That is. So, but like I say, go to Shooting the Breeze there on YouTube. Type in Shooting the Breeze, and then just type in Shooting the Breeze and put Mark Rich. That's me, and you'll get the whole lot. Subscribe, and you'll see all the new stuff coming through. Absolutely. And we do a lot of songs in a very short space of time, so it's good. And everything's a bit different. Nothing's the same. But that's it, really. So yeah, all good. But,
all good, all great. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. It is great
that's all right.
chatting to you and to put a face to the name. So
it's lovely to see you as well, Sarah.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I hope to do another interview with you at some point in the future.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll have another album out soon, or a single. Well, not soon. An album's a little while away, but we'll have some more singles out soon.
Absolutely.
And that Georgina will be out soon. It might be called something else by the time it comes out. So yeah, but that would be good. So brilliant, lovely, and thanks for having me. Yeah,
thank you so much.
Fabulous radio.
Mark Rich from Shooting the Breeze. Thanks so much,
you.
Mark.
Okay, cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.